Hey there, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a Marshalls haul. I'm so excited because for a very long time, and a lot of you had agreed in the comments a while ago that, you know, Marshalls, Winners, TJMaxx were just completely empty and there weren't really any products coming through. And this past week there were a whole bunch in the perfume section. I wasn't personally a fan of a lot of them, but it was nice to see them being super full. There were a lot of Prada and designer fragrances and some, you know, more like cheaper, affordable fragrances there as well. So I saw two, and a whole bunch of men's fragrances as well, a whole bunch, even more than the women's, I would say. So there's two, and they're both blind buys, but disclaimer is I feel like at some point I might have smelled them a long time in the past and I just don't really remember. So we will start. I'm so excited. These were both amazing finds, especially because it was like Marshall pricing and it was a really good deal. So I'm really happy. So the first one's La Femme Prada and it's the Eau de Parfum. The disclaimer with this is they're the low version, which has the pink backing. I have smelled before. I remember really liking. And this one's supposed to be tuberose heavy. It's got frangipani, iris, spices, beeswax, and tuberose. And it's supposed to be quite tuberose heavy, and it's supposed to make it super creamy, which I'm really down for. I like tuberose. I like a bubblegummy tuberose. I like a creamy one. So this is what it looks like. I think these La Femme bottles are actually really beautiful by Prada. And like I was saying, the low version had a pink backing. This one has a white. And yeah, since there's only two, I'm actually just gonna spray them on my skin like I usually like to do. So we will discover it together. I don't really remember exactly what the low smelled like, but I remember liking it. Okay, so yeah, it's very feminine. White florals, which I love. White floral and purple florals are my favorite types, and then I kind of like yellow florals as well, but definitely love white florals. And this is very, I get all of those. It's a very white floral, slightly, I don't know, slightly sweet, slightly creamy. I was intrigued by the beeswax note. I have another fragrance, I forget what it's called now, but it's by Bulgari and it's in that white, it's a white circular one. I don't have it with me here, and that has beeswax as a note as well. And that's a very aquatic, it's an incredibly different fragrance, and it just kind of made it did smell slightly, I mean, it was salty and aquatic, and it did smell kind of waxy. On this, at least in the opening, I'm not getting anything especially waxy. I just get, yeah, this really beautiful, very feminine, creamy white floral. I can see how if you're not a like die-hard white floral fan, and if you don't like tuberose, you are obviously not going to like this because it is kind of like a pure white floral in that way. I really love what this looks like, and I feel like Prada, even for me, which just like is an underrated house. I have obviously that set, if you haven't seen that set of the mini of the Infusion d'Iris Pradas, but I don't have that many Prada fragrances, but every single one I do own, I love. And this is no exception. I really do like this. So I'm happy to have picked it up. And then the next one was actually a box set, and I was so excited to get this, you guys, because this is my third, I think, Hermes find at Marshalls. And every time I find one, it is incredible because I just love that house, and to get it for Marshalls or discount prices is a real treat. So this is from the Eau de collection, and this is Eau de Rhubarbe Éclairate, and it has the full, let's see, I think it's the 100 ml full spray. Then it has a mini that's 7.5 mils. I think it must be a dabber, but we'll see. And then right here, that is the perfume soap. I don't know if this is really focusing on here, but this is the set. I was so excited. So the kind of disclaimer with this is I must have smelled it probably at some point because I remember smelling kind of all of them in like a department store. This isn't one that really stood out to me, so it's not one that I recall. Oops. but I am definitely really interested in, like I say, having any Hermes fragrance, especially at a discount price. It just made it even more special. So this has rhubarb, berries, and musk. It only listed 3 notes, and let's see first with the mini. I'm intrigued to see if it's a dabber. It probably is. Yeah, it is, and I can't really smell it in here, so it's cute. I'm not a huge fan of dabbers personally, but there's that. And I won't take out the soap for now. I'm just gonna take out the 100 ml, which is what I really got the set for. It was just a happy accident. And I usually don't even spend, I just did a brief look at the gift set section, and I thought they were all light blues by Dolce & Gabbana and then some men's fragrances. So I didn't even really spend a lot of time. I think there was like one Ocean Pacific one, and I just briefly looked at them. And then when I looked back down, which thank goodness I did, I saw this. So this is, as I said, the Eau de Rhubarbe Éclairate. I'll spray it over here. I actually really do like rhubarb in fragrances. I have it in a couple of mine. Most notably that I think a lot of people know it in is in Delina. It's very tart and sour, and I actually really like it. I think it makes Delina a lot more interesting to my nose. Oh my god, it's really nice. So this is definitely, it's rhubarb heavy. It's very tart and sour, and it kind of like makes your mouth water. And it smells a little citrusy as well. It's definitely fresh. I really do like it. I think it's a really beautiful, it'll be a lot nicer in high heat personally. And I can see right now it doesn't smell musky in any way, but I can see how maybe it's more so in the dry down, which I think would be, you know, kind of refreshing after it being so tart and juicy and citrusy to have like a musky dry down. And I'll obviously speak to that in the second impressions when I talk about this. But to my nose right now, I was kind of worried about the spices note because I didn't want it to be in any way cinnamony. Only because that note is so amplified on my skin. If a fragrance has cinnamon, then it kind of just overshadows everything else. And I'm happy to report that it's not that. To my nose, it's like slightly just a stronger rhubarb, but I don't get an especially spicy or spiced note in this personally. At least in the opening, it just smells like rhubarb and citrus to me. It smells like it'd be great for cutting through heat, which is kind of off season as I say, but I really like it. I'm so happy to have got it. I'm so happy to have got it on a deal, and Hermes is just another house I can only say good things about. I feel like they're so incredibly classy, and this is my first from the Eau de Blanc line. So extra points that if you guys know me, then you'll know I love red bottles. So that is really, really great. And yeah, I would say it's hard to choose a favorite, only because when there's 2 that I like, the only thing I'll say is this is incredibly unique. I don't have a whole lot of fragrances in my collection that have rhubarb, and even when they do, they're a part of a fragrance. This is very rhubarb centric, and for that reason I'll put this in first place and this in second place. But it is beautiful. It's very feminine. Right now it's even getting a little bit more, I don't know, creamy, not necessarily lactonic, but definitely creamy, in that it could smell like I had put on a lotion that was scented like this rather than the fragrance. Yeah, they're both beautiful. This is in first place. This is a very, very close second. And this was just a quick haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. And it was kind of more of like sitting down and chatting with you guys to let you know that, especially if you guys are in Canada and you've noticed the same thing with your Winners, Marshalls, and those kinds of stores just being really, really empty for the past few months. They have slowly been filling back up, but I feel like now it's been a week or so that they, at least, you know, the ones I've gotten into, have really, really started to have a lot more inventory. So if you want to check them out, definitely do. As always, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell so that you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. Also, I will always leave my Instagram in the description box below. You can follow me there to get some behind the scenes stuff, my scent of the day, all that sort of stuff. I'd love to see you there, and leave me recommendations in the comments below. I've picked up from some of you guys in other videos, but if you have specific topic recommendations, do leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!